Dr. Pickering here, Lofi Studios, New Orleans. How you doing out there, Lofi? Write in and let us know. Don't let it go. We always want to hear your words. YouTube, Instagram people, you know how it goes. Now, today we're doing the top 10 countries by least media freedom 2024, and our source is the same as last week. The French organization Reporters Without Borders, aka Reporters Sansfrontier. And remember, it's the 2024 publication for the calendar year of 2023. So that means these are the rankings of 2023, in fact. They were just published in 2024. Now let's get it. Number 10, Myanmar. Number 9, China. Number 8, Bahrain. Number 7, Vietnam. Number 6, Turkmenistan. Number 5, Iran. Number 4, North Korea. Number 3, Afghanistan. Number 2, Syria. Number 1, Eritrea. Now let's get it again a little bit quicker this time, though. Number 10, Myanmar. 9, China. Then Bahrain, Vietnam, Turkmenistan, Iran at number 5, North Korea, Afghanistan, Syria, and Eritrea at number 1. Now, let's go ahead and reach back into last week. Yeah, get a little stretch and go get our dust off our brain from what went on last week. Now let's refresh ourselves with that list, the most media-free countries. Number 10, Germany. 9, Switzerland. 8, Ireland. 7, Portugal. 6, Estonia. 5, Finland. 4, Netherlands. 3, Sweden. 2, Denmark. 1, Norway. All right, now let's add some of that comparative perspective on the best and worst countries by levels of media freedoms. And so firstly, Western versus non-Western. All, like every single one, of the countries with the highest level of media freedoms, they are all Western and European countries, democracies. And every single one of the countries with the lowest levels of media freedom are all non-Western, Middle East, Africa, Asian countries, authoritarians. Now, right away, it's worth to say that since a Western European organization like Reporters Sans Frontier is measuring media freedoms by Western democratic definitions, it only makes sense that these lists appear the way that they do. And democracies, well, they'll always top the list. And authoritarians, they'll always be at the bottom. But what do you say about North Korea, for example? You know, they in their full name, they have the word democracy in the name of their country. Maybe going by their definition of democracy. Maybe if you did that, maybe they'd be the most media-free country in the world? Or China, perhaps? Or Eritrea? Well, no, not Eritrea. They used the military as slaves and literally, tragically, yes, still have slavery institutionalized in the country. So no, Eritrea would never be on the top of the list, even if it was by North Korea's definition of democracy. But the contrast of this list, and these lists, and the complete exclusion of the American continents, well, it brings up a lot of questions. You know, who is the West to have the monopoly on the word democracy? Or the definition of what media freedom really is? You know, the short answer is, they don't. There are other definitions of democracy out there. There are other definitions of media freedom and what it is versus, what is or is not appropriate to put out there to the public. And there are other definitions of what is newsworthy and what is not. You know, there's a lot of perspectives and definitions out there. And you are free to choose any of them. Just not North Korea or Eritrea, please. We can be all right without those. But you can if you want. Because you can. You know, these lists and Reporters Without Borders, I don't bring these to you to say who's right and wrong and how to view things. I bring them to you so you can see different ways to view things, different comparative perspectives, to help you decide which view is right for you. You know, if you're blindfolded your whole life, you can't honestly say what the world looks like till you lift that blindfold up and start looking around in different directions. And that's what these lists are about. About how blindfolded are we as human beings all around the world. Think about it. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube to write into the show, people. Love you, Lo-Fi. And this, just a snap of what's going on in the world today.
I bring it down like.
Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Pickering, signing off.